Okay, guys, here we go. This is going to be a relatively shorter video, 15 minutes long or so. Would have been an hour, but as you can see, I sped this up 4 times. What I'm looking for is a break over 605.98, which is current intraday high of the day, and we're about to hit that. Okay, so I had some indicators tell me to come take a look at this and wait for this, and I wanted to make this video for you guys to show you what it is that I look for in a trading idea. Okay, so 605.92 is the resistance line that we're looking to break over, and here we go. So we're getting there. We're starting to make some moves here. As you can see, this is live trading. This is all during live. This is not editing after the fact. This is me seeing it as it is in real time. Current time is for this video is the date is 1/30/2025, and time of the video is 2 p.m. Central Time. So we're getting 1 hour before end of day, end of market close. Okay, here we go. We're getting close to the 605.92. Once we hit that, you'll see a spring up. It's going to go. It's going to take off. Seeing some resistance here, some buying pressure, and pop. You see that pop right there up to 606.14. That's very important. That 606.14 is what we look for in the option world. That's a 10% move for us. Okay, if we're trading $1,000, we got $1,000 in that position. It's $100. Okay, if we're trading, we got $10,000 in that position. That's $1,000 day. Where else are you going to make $1,000 in a day? Okay, so now we're looking at the stock, the SPY. It's moving up to 606.10 or 606.20. Pardon me. And again, this is my first time editing anything, guys. I really just want to get this out to you. All of this is in red. I've learned later in the video that green is a better color. It's more easier on the eyes. You can read it, and I boldened it out and changed the font. This is a Moomoo trading platform. This is my most favorite platform to chart, do technical analysis on, read all the indicators. I've built screeners on this. I've been using this for the past almost 5 years now. Okay, on and off. I do not execute my trades on Moomoo. I'll tell you that again. I do not execute trades on Moomoo. I use a platform called Thinkorswim from Charles Schwab. It used to be TD Ameritrade, but that's the current. I get my news off of TD Ameritrade, or sorry, Thinkorswim, and that's pretty much it. So that's all I use it for is news and my executing of trades. So I trade with two different, well, essentially I trade with one platform, and I do my TA, which is a technical analysis on Moomoo through Moomoo. Okay, just got a lot to offer. There's a lot of things that I want to share with you guys here. As you can see, I built a support. I call it resistance. Whoops, my bad. SPY comes down, it touches that resistance or that support line, which is great. It's great for the stock because that's showing us, hey, look, we needed that pullback to go to the next leg up. We want to get over 606.20. Right now, as you can see, this little yellow line at the bottom here that's VWAP. We're pretty high above VWAP. VWAP is just a volume weighted average price. So like that's where the average price of SPY should be. And we're pretty high above there. So we're getting into that territory of like, okay, well, could we be too high? Could we be too low? But no, this is still showing that it's very bullish. There's other things, and we're trading in a 1 minute interval here. So each candle that you see is a 1 minute time frame. Okay. As you can see, we're sped up 4 times, 400%, so it's going to go pretty quick. I'm calling out all the moves as they're making here. What I'm putting these arrows here for is to show you that it's making higher lows, okay, or lower highs, but it's stepping, all right? It's creating a wedge, a rising wedge, okay, and that's what we look for. You see this kind of line playing field. There's a lot of buying and selling pressure in these. These are like doji stars. Essentially, they're not big wicked, where they kind of get swallowed up here. But we're going to be looking for a new pop over 606.20. Okay, and I'm kind of charting that out right now. Again, sorry about the writing. You guys might be straining your eyes trying to read that shit, and you can't. That's my bad. But you'll see, this is exactly what we look for. This is why we trade. We trade with TA like this, so we don't have to follow other people's trades. Okay, we don't want to follow nobody's trades. We do not want to mirror trade. Okay, what we want to do is create a really good trading idea so we can trade off of that. Okay, so here you go. It went from, as soon as it hit over 606.20, it hit 635 just like that. Boom. That's another 10% jump. Okay, and in the option world. Okay, not in the equities world where we're trading SPY as an ETF at 606.26. We're trading the contracts, right? Call options. Okay, we're trading contracts. Those are going to move the same. Okay, and a lot of people will say, you know, options are high risk, high reward. Okay, that's true. It is very true. Okay, but if you're confident in doing technical analysis and charting, why would you ever want to trade an ETF at 606.30? You're not gonna. You don't know. Not a lot of people have that kind of money for it to move up five bucks. You know, if you bought, $6,000, you bought 10 of these and it moved up $5, you make $50. Okay. So if you had $6,000 and it moved up $5, I guarantee you're going to be 300%. See what I'm saying? Yeah. You're going to make 6 grand. It's just a different world. And I will go way into more depth on a future video about option contracts and why I feel like they're very important. They are high risk, high reward. Okay, so you have to have a good stop loss, which means to stop the trade, so it can't go down any further, right? Have a good mental idea of where you got to raise your stop loss as the stock is going up. So there's a couple of things here where I would do that. This is, the confirmation that I needed. A couple of these other areas, this green would now become a new support. That would be, me moving my stop loss up, essentially. Okay, so I would move my stop loss up to here from here. um, but yeah, so here we are, 660. Okay, we hit 606.60, and now we're pretty high up. Okay, starting to feel market sentiment, and it turned out to be no good here. Sorry, that's just me messing with the charting stuff. Uh, f- the channel that I'm creating here is a very good channel. Okay, this is called. It's an indicator that this stock, as long as it follows this channel, is very bullish. Okay, once it dips below that channel, okay, we're gonna start to see. Yep, see, this is where I put it. Pullback imminent. Eventually, I will get to a point where I do say that this is a like a failed trend. Okay, um, but it's going to go down. It's going to pretty much test the support, um, and that's when we're going to know. That's when we know that this is going to keep going down. But it's going to get wild here. All right, stocks like this, uh, it goes up and up and up and up and up over time, and it being so close to the end of the day, with it being one day to execute, um, they're just very high volatility. So right there, it gaps down a little bit. That's how I know that this is going to turn red and it's going to dump. And it does. It continues to dump. We're at a high of 606.60. And it continues to come down. Okay, so we know, right? We called that. We said that pullback is imminent. We called that pullback imminent, like right around that second red candle down. Okay, so now it's going down below where our support was, extremely high above VWAP. Okay, so yes, this is very high above this yellow line. This is bad. Means that there's some kind of a sell-off coming. So if you wanted to buy call options to go up, well, this would be a good idea to buy put options to go down. Okay, so this is where I write. This is where it broke trend. Okay, so that's where it broke the trend, and you're going to see what ends up happening after that trend break. Okay, this is very important. This is a big sell-off point here as we wait. Then when it breaks that trend, that's when you know it's going to end up being bearish, very bear. Okay, so as I'm writing this, this is the new support, right? This is the next spot that I'm looking for it to go down to, at least to here, 605.60. And it kind of just does what we call a stop loss raid. It says will now continue down to intraday support, blew past intraday support. Okay, this is where I write holy shit because it's just dumping hard. It goes down to this next support line, right? Blows through this support line, nose dives down to VWAP. Okay, you look at the time down here. It is 2:38 p.m. Nose diving down, continuing the nosedive. I mean, that's the 3 minute. That's the 5 minute. That's a big 5 minute candle. It's a big 5 minute candle. And here we go. This is where I would start checking news outlets to see this much of a sell-off. There's a couple different things here. Let's see. We checked the news over here. So this is me checking SPY. I think I end up checking SBX here too. I'm checking news outlets. Yep. As it kind of moves. Okay, here's SPX. SPX is doing the same thing. So SPY is an ETF of SPX. SPX is the S&P 500. Okay, so we just don't trade SPX. SPY is like the poor man's trading for SPX, you could say. It's the more cost-friendly way of mirror trading on SPX. It's pretty much the same indicators. But yeah, it's just blowing through everybody's stop losses. Stop loss rate, boom, 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 just triggering all these sell. That's exactly what's going on here. Just nobody was set up for this. Nobody expected this. This is it happens. You got to be ready for it. You got to have a mental stop loss as much as a physical stop loss. Okay, you got to be able to know how to chart. You got to be able to see these things. You got to be able to see that this broke trend so early on. We were able to call that. If you were able to do what I did, you wouldn't be in this mess. Okay, so now here we're actually looking at the option contracts. Puts went from 0.02 here to 97 cents a contract. Okay, so if you were buying puts, you can buy them at you could have bought them at 02 cents, relatively speaking, right? Just to see what would have happened. And it went up to in 10 minutes at 45 times your investment. If you put $1,000 on those 2 cent contracts and you had the whereabout that this could potentially go down, you could have been sitting in 10 minutes $45,000 richer off $1,000 investment. Now, how many people did that? I mean, there could have been quite a few. There could have been hundreds of thousands of people who did that. We don't know. I didn't do it, but again, we had a prime opportunity too, right? Now, I don't trade with a giant portfolio yet. I'm starting to build that back up because I'm really starting to get into doing this as a full-time professional thing. I know I'm good at it. I've been doing it for 5 years now. TA, I love doing TA, technical analysis. I love charting. I love helping people. So why not do this? This is my ikigai. This is something that I love to do, and I think I can help a lot of people doing it too. I'm not trying to sell anybody on some bullshit fucking plan that's going to, destroy your bank account. Here, I'll just give you a little bit of context. I go into some Google information about them allowing a voluntary exit program with a severance package for some of their tech guys. That could have been some negative news that that's seen. But again, like I'm not here trying to sell some bullshit package to everybody. What I do want to do is give you guys, the criteria to you know, confidently enter and exit a trade. There's multitudes of things that you have to be looking out for, but this is a right or a step in the right direction. I'd love to tutor or mentor anybody who is willing to learn. I'm not going to do it for free. I can tell you that right now. But, I don't mind throwing these out here every once in a while. And one good, honest tip that I can tell you to do is just get in a trade and just watch it. I know a lot of people don't have time. Everybody's working a full-time job, trying to spend time with their families. But, you know, uh, you have to watch these trades. You have to be able to watch the stocks. But if I can come in here and give you guys TA and put it on the Investor Rest channel, which is a private group, by the way, I don't charge anybody for it. I'll come in there and give in every once in a while break down trade ideas that I have, so you guys can kind of get a window into my brain and what I'm thinking about and how I execute these trades. Okay, but again, I don't look for ginormous runners anymore. If it happens, it happens, right? And of course, I'm going to sell into the volume as it's going up. Here, I think we got like doop, yeah, and trading's done. Okay, so this video is going to end here. But yeah, if you guys want to know any more, then let me know, and I will do my best to help you guys move forward. All right, cheers, guys.